Indian rescuers are continuing the hunt for survivors in the rubble of an apartment building near Mumbai. At least 11 people are dead and more than 20 are feared trapped.
5वें फ्लोर पे मैं रहता हूँ और 5वें फ्लोर में जब मैं गया तो मैं खाली 10 मिनट घर में हुआ था और मेरी बच्ची जब बेडरूम में गई तो बोले पापा बिल्डिंग हिल रही है। तो मैं बाहर से गया इसके लिए मैं कुछ पता नहीं चला। मैं बोला क्या बात कर रहे हैं, तो फिर बाहर से किसी ने आवाज़ दी कि बिल्डिंग हिल रही करके। तो उसके बाद मैं मेरे बच्चों को लेके 5 फ्लोर से सामने वाले फ्लैट वालों को उठाया, उनको आवाज़ दी, नीचे से 4 फ्लोर पे आया, उनको उठाया। जितनी भी मेरी कोशिश थी ये सब टोटल जो हुआ है वो ज़्यादा में ज़्यादा 3 मिनट के अंदर हुआ है और लाइव मेरे एक 10 फुट के अंदर बिल्डिंग गिरी है सामने।
Disaster response teams have been sifting through the debris. Many residents were spared as they were either out shopping or had left the city because of the pandemic. Rebecca Bundan is standing by with the latest from Mumbai. So, Rebecca, how are rescue operations going on right now?
Rescue operations are still continuing, and it's really a race against time now because these rescue operations have been going on for more than 20 hours. The collapse of the 5-storey residential building took place on Monday evening. That's in the district of Raigad, which is about 160 kilometres from Mumbai. And this afternoon, the rescue teams actually pulled out several bodies, sadly, which has added to the death toll. There was some relief when they did actually pull out a 4-year-old boy alive. There were cheers when that happened, but sadly there have also been several bodies and more than 60 people have been rescued. Several people have had to go to hospital with serious injuries, some of them coming to Mumbai for treatment in the more serious cases. But people have described the building as falling like a house of cards. It did take place at a time when we're having the monsoon season here in India. There have been heavy rains, and there were heavy rains in that area, which are considered to have been a factor. But obviously, authorities and experts are saying that there was evidently a problem with the building structurally for it to actually collapse like that. But it will be dark here in a couple of hours, so rescue teams are continuing to work, but that will only make the situation more challenging as nightfall comes. But they are continuing that work because it is believed that several people are still trapped in that rubble.
Rebecca, you mentioned the fact that there had been talk about the fact the building may have been structurally unsound. We know that residents had complained about the condition of this building, built just 10 years ago. Will there be an investigation now?
Absolutely. And residents, yes, they've said they did complain about the structure of the building. They complained to the builders. And now there is going to be an investigation into this matter. Really, the focus now is on those rescue efforts, but there will be a very thorough investigation into this. Authorities have been there at the scene, state government officials. This matter is being taken very seriously because it's very clear experts and officials have been saying that there was a problem with that building, and it wasn't a very old building, about 10 years old. Now there's also a case that's being filed against the builder and also against the architect as well. So this is something that's going to be investigated, looked at very, very closely. Sadly, there are building collapses that are all too common in India, and this does often happen during the monsoon season. Last month in Mumbai, there was a building collapse in which several people were killed, and we hear about these incidents quite frequently, and this is often because buildings have been built illegally or they're unsafe structures that are old. But often they are. It is the case that buildings have been built without the necessary permissions and clearances and so on, and they're illegal structures or they're built in quite a shoddy way, and that's really a problem that's quite widespread across India.
All right, thanks for that. Rebecca Bundan speaking to us from Mumbai.